Thank you, sir. This all I listen, I watch the article. They are talk about this. Also, somebody I don't know the lady the name is CCP in China. Help the million of people have get food.
That was Senator Feinstein. She said
really?
they taking them out of poverty and giving food to everybody.
Yes, it's no any common sense. Last 70 years, CCP in China killed nearly 400 million population. In Hong Kong, only last 13 months, 13,000 people is the no reason get suicide. And Hong Kong, suicide. In Hong Kong, how many people now lose everything and kill? And, Cultural Revolution, how many people because starving is dying? And the Cultural Revolution, how many people, the old family get killed because they are used to violate revolution, cultural revolution inside political struggle. It's nearly 80 million people died because of this. And it is like 70 years, the world, everything has changed. Even the animal can find out the food. But the Chinese, in 70 years, you see, CCP gave the million people the food. But you never forgot, they killed 400 million Chinese. This is the too poor guy. Because a little bit of money, you lose your justice, you lose your human, you lose, this basement is, is the truth. That's too big, too bad hearing my Chinese. I'm really, really angry. Another side, you look at Wall Street, you look at the jurists, some friends, a lot of friends, jurists, investment, and Wall Street, and from Israel. You look at this, the world now, really similar, 1926, and 1938 in Germany, World War II, before Hitler. Hitler before the money is more than 60% is from the Jews. The friend invested in him in the bank, the diamond and the coat, big founder gave the support to Hitler. Now in the Wall Street, in the Israel, and in the America, everywhere is more than billionaire rich persons from we are friend, Israel and the Jews. But I want to give you a warning. Now, number one dangerous country is America. Number one nationality is dangerous is you. You get a big trouble from CCP. Similar before 1926 to 1938. Why? You look, Wall Street and Israel, how big fans support CCP and the finance. Now, CCP in the Middle East, in the Iran, in the Pakistan, and make the P3 lamp. Biology weapon is the P3 lamp. Why they need this? Because of the coronavirus, they find out cheaper, good, low cost, very easy, can kill big, is the quantity, big quantity is the people. Now they find out the solution. Don't need a developer nuclear bomb. Developer biological weapon kill you.
Hang on, you're saying, you've called this before, you're saying this story that came out about the CCP working with Pakistan for some sort of P3 biological lab in this 40-year deal they've announced with Iran, right? That everybody kind of laughed at, you guys don't know what you're talking about. That now it looks like a $400 billion 25-year deal, $400 billion, that would also entail some sort of P3 lab, some sort of lab, and that Pakistan and Iran would then have the capabilities that at least the Hong Kong lab have and one of the labs in Wuhan to do gain-of-function experiments and actually have these type of biological weapons. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. I'm here on the camera, sir, and you beside me. I might as well take a full responsibility and talk this. I talk this, give you, provide the true information, the warning, not as a gossip. 3 years ago talked to Steve Kimbano, Pakistan. They have the project, developer biological weapon. Also, they built P3 lamp, biological weapon platform in Iran. And now, Egypt also want CCP built biological weapon in Egypt. Could you tell me, also another country is in the Middle East, the fourth country All this enemy is Israel and the Jews and America. They wanted the coronavirus make from China the good sample. Easily can kill all the people. And you cannot find evidence. Please, sir. 3 years ago, I gave you the warning. Now it's happened.
Are you saying because of what they've seen of the coronavirus or the CCP virus spreading, whether it came out of biological weapons lab or not, but the spread of that and the destruction, that they now think they've got a cheap version, they don't need nuclear weapons, that this big controversy we had with President Trump stopping the nuclear weapons program in Iran, and obviously Pakistan has many nuclear weapons, that they view this biological weapon that could come out of P3 or P4 labs as more cost effective in their fight against the United States and Israel? That's what you're saying, that this could happen in the Middle East?
100% is correct, sir. 3 years ago, I in the DC, press conference, I talked, where's the world? You need to prepare. It's block time coming in. I know the CCP intelligence inside 2006, they says developer biological weapon. So you look at Dr. Yan, it's a 2 point. It's a coronavirus. This is the virus, the sample. Only CCP, China Communist Party, PLA, P4 lab have the sample. They can make more different virus, biological weapon, easily 3 months and 6 months, anywhere. They can kill anything they want the people. 3 years ago, I told you, sir, I told America, I told the rest of the world, CCP have the program in the Pakistan, in the Iranian, and the Middle East. They are developing in. Now I think it's available. Why they want the biological weapon? Can kill who? They don't want to kill Russia. They don't want to kill South Africa. They don't want to kill CCP. They only want 2 tigers, America and Israel. Seriously, 3 years is gone. You look at me before the whistleblower until now. I talk, I broadcast live stream 2,680 times. You check my talk.
Yeah, Jack, I think I want to thank Dr. Yan. The Ohio, I think FDA announced they're going to lift the ban, do an emergency use order for hydroxy. I want to thank Dr. Richard Yale and also Dr. Yan, who came on and did a fantastic job on Wednesday's show to really walk an American audience through this whole issue about hydroxy. I think it was a big deal, and I know it went a long way, I think, to helping convince people, particularly at the state level FDAs, to do this. Okay, Miles, I want to turn back to you for a second because this is very important. You've been saying that the CCP understands, given the carnage they have and what's happened to the United States, that they understand these biological, in their mind, whether we say it came from a biological weapons lab or not, they understand the power of this now because it's essentially brought the United States in their mind to its knees. You came to the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. This is before I knew you. This is when, I think I was still at the White House or I just left, but I hadn't met you yet. I didn't meet you until Bill Gertz introduced us, I think in October of 2017. But you warned the American people, you warned the state of Israel and the United States, who the CCP looks as its allies, that in the Middle East, black days are coming. There are going to be many storms coming. And you specifically warned about this coming alliance on the Eurasian landmass led by the CCP with one belt on one road and other aspirations, but to tie together Pakistan and Iran. Now you're saying that, hey, these guys, at first it might have been nuclear weapons, but right now they realize they have a low-cost, powerful weapon that they can deliver and cause chaos through the world, and particularly chaos in the Middle East, and direct it to the state of Israel. And that would be the biological weapons program. And when you see them in discussions with P3 labs in Iran and Pakistan, you said the world's got to stand up and take notice that this is a storm cloud on the horizon that's coming for you.
Yes, sir. You look after the press conference, I get is the #1 CCP want to kill the people. Also outside is the website, the Umar Army, Water Army is against me. Larry King, Stephen Wynn, and Wall Street, and Robert Stone, Also President Trump want to send me back to China. So that's why, because the press conference, sir, I talk the truth. The West of the world, you are very dangerous now. They use the biological weapon, a chemical weapon. They have the BGY program. They have a 3F program. They want to take down America, weaken America, and kill America. And they are hate the Christian and Catholic, the religion. They are really 100% Communist Party.
It's 100% atheist.
Yeah, it's atheist.
Then how are they?
Yeah.
Then how?
No, they are the atheists. This inside is believes God. They don't want you believe Jesus. They don't want to believe the Catholic. They want you believe Communist Party.
Then how is the question I asked then is why is the Vatican a partner of theirs? How can they be a partner with the Catholic Church at the highest level in a secret deal?
You're totally wrong. They not is the partner want the Vatican. They repair the Vatican. They kidnap the Vatican. They want the Vatican. Shut up. Listen to me. I'm your God. You're not the God representative agent. I'm the God. This is totally different, sir. The CCP never think Vatican we're a partner. No, you just work with me. You just listen to me. The same try in Israel. All the Jews, you shut up. You must be, work with me. You must be make a decision. I'm your God.
They don't respect any religion.
No.
Whether religion
is why you look at Larry King.
Tibetan Buddhism.
You look at the Larry King, the scandal. You look at Robert Stone. You look at Wall Street. You look at any of the media, Bernard Wu, Jack Ma, behind a lot of Jews, collaborate with the CCP, get small money, attack me, attack you. Why? Small money. CCP don't like big money, just give you short some money. You listen to me. They are get BGY, get you scandal, threaten you. Vatican, same.
Why are they
They give the 2 billion for CCP. It's a printed money. This is not real money.
I should note that the Vatican has never come back and said that is wrong. You've accused them of taking money.
Yeah.
You accuse the Vatican of taking cash from the CCP.
Vatican no one time get the CCP seriously respect. Never. They just want to use them, repair them, kidnap them. They never respect the Vatican.
Okay.
Same with Israel. Israel, you look at too many people help the CCP. Who get the CCP seriously respect? Tell me, sir.
The CCP only respects people who stand up to them, right? Now, I want to talk about that for a second because people are saying you're totally outnumbered. That this is a marginal effort. You're never going to be able to turn this around. Why do you think the new federal state? Why does it offer an alternative when the CCP sits there with their partners and you know who the guys in Europe are? They say all the time that if you allow the Chinese to try to have democracy, the entire country is going to collapse. The entire country is going to collapse into anarchy. The entire country is going to collapse into chaos. It's going to be back to warlordism. That what you represent and Mr. Howell represents and the new federal state represents is just going to be an absolute catastrophe for China. So why do you think the Chinese can handle rule of law, why they can handle democracy, why they can handle freedom when the CCP is sitting there with their business partners throughout the world, which are united in keeping control of China? Why do you think the new federal state offers an alternative?
Sir, it's the last 70 years, Chinese very naive, trust CCP every year to give the permits. You are not can get wealthy, have democracy and rule of the law. You are low education. Americans evil, capitalism, all the bad guy, all the liar. Every people every day die on the beach. You cannot trust the capitalism. Now I'm in the West of the world. It's the last 30 years, a lot of partners from the West of the world. I know the truth. A West of the world have the religion, have rule of the law, can make you more healthy and more human, and it's very peaceful. I know the CCP is a lie. So now new federal state, you look at Mr. Hao and Mr. Hao's wife, Mr. Ye, also Dr. Yan, also Luda, we all the new federal state, Sarah, An Hong, all these outside people. We are now the West of the world is peaceful, have rule of the law, have justice. Also, very important from inside also PLA members, also many 1.4 billion Chinese. Now because of the internet world, we know more the truth, the history, cultural revolution. CCP is a lie. Also, we have confidence, have capability, can take down the CCP. Also, you can see new federal state get mission. We want free religion. We want rule of the law independence. We want the same the west side. We have the jobs. We have the free religion. We have confidence can deliver, give Chinese. Also, we can make a peaceful relation with the rest of the world. We don't want the biological weapon, want to kill Jews and kill American and kill the Europe country. We need a long-term the peace contract. This is why it's Dr. Yan. You look, Lu de Anhong, Dr. Bo, Sarah, and Mr. Hao wife. Millions of Chinese now stand up, take down the CCP because we are justice need. We need the future. We are child. We are family. Next generation, more healthy, more dignity. We cannot get to sleep one more day again. We need the West world to know the truth. We need American to know the truth. That's why new federal state in the West world with blue. I really appreciate Steve Bannon as a big help us, give the information, the voice to the West world, no more us. New federal state can help West world people make bigger money and clean money, long-term money, don't need lose your dignity money. That's a new federal state. Give you healthy Chinese market and a peaceful future, sir.
I want to talk about how one of the ways to get there is this whistleblower movement. Dr. Yan came this week. She was at Liberty University at the conference. She presented herself on stage during the War Room pandemic for 2 days. Also, she gave dozens of interviews. She's in part of that documentary. We had her back on. Incredibly impressive. The American people have really been drawn to her for her courage, but also the precision in which she talks about these medical issues. She is coming forward as a whistleblower, but the first thing she told us is that the pressure put on her family, the pressure put on her, on people she knew, even colleagues who were arrested when she left Hong Kong. How do you expect the whistleblower movement to blossom if the first thing we're hearing from everybody is the fear that they put under the Chinese Communist Party to arrest their colleagues at work, to arrest their families, to put them in? How is the whistleblower movement going to increase and get more powerful to basically give the information the world needs to see about the Chinese Communist Party if they're running it like a gulag, if they're running it like a total dictatorship?
You know, sir, it's the whistleblower blossom because by you, big help, sir. I don't want to join in. I don't know American inside political, but I know you is really seriously now is take down CCP, can make it peaceful to the world, also can rescue America. With blue is the movement get you, it's the help at the blossom. But also CCP is scared of us. Very important, we talk the truth, we talk not gossip, not the media. We base inside intelligence, many inside the Chinese, because want freedom, want rule of the free religion, give every day the new, very important the information intelligence. That's why Dr. Yan is my hero, is a world hero. Last 2 days in the war room in the DC is gave the West world about the coronavirus the truth. She is a hero. You look at she don't need to do this. She have good life. She can have earn big money, but she because of the justice want to give the world the truth. The coronavirus were found, not from nature. She lose everything. I really respect her. With the blue movement and you help her come to America, that's a big gift from God. I really believe her can give more the information, more the evidence, as can get is American now the coronavirus.
1 minute, fellas.
Also, her is the keen witness, is the key witness. So that's very important. So new federal state, sir, must be take down CCP, change the world.
Yeah, years ago at the National Press Club, Miles Groh warned the nation state of Israel, Jewish people throughout the world, the United States, what would happen with some sort of alliance between the Chinese Communist Party and Pakistan and Iran. And people at the time dismissed it, and look what's happening. You got news reports that the CCP is in a biological weapons deal with Pakistan that just leaked that they're doing a 25-year, $400 billion deal with Iran. The Chinese Communist Party is deeply embedded in the Middle East, and people that laughed this off years ago are going to regret that, because once the Chinese Communist Party is there, unless they're taken down in Beijing, they're going to be nothing but a nightmare and cause already a volatile part of the world, and with our great ally Israel, just cause a complete nightmare. One of the things that I'm very proud to work with Miles about, he's always ahead of the curve. He talks about things people say, oh, that's impossible, right? H&A, Hong Kong, the pandemic. Every time Miles talks about something, people go, oh, he's crazy. That's Miles Guo. He's just a crazy guy. Always turns out to be correct. One of the things you warned us about over a month ago, we started talking on the show, I think it was 6 weeks ago, was the possibility of massive floods in the Three Gorges Dam. It is me tapping on it, guys. I just had Miles just caught me. The Three Gorges Dam and this potential for the Three Gorges to have problems. And you warned and you told us about the number of college graduates, the number of agriculture, everything that happens in the Yangtze Valley. It looks like we're getting reports now that it's starting to peak over the next week or two. Get us up to date on what the real thinking is from you about what's going on at Three Gorges, what's going on in the Yangtze River, how big a threat to the Chinese people, and how big a threat is it to the American people with all of our medical supplies being made there?
Thank you, sir. You always get the point. I think, it's the Three Gorges Dam is very dangerous now. Yesterday it shocked me last night. A lot of friends from Beijing sent a video giving me also in the iPhone. Show the big, fault go to the Beijing. This is huge, never happened. Also in the Three Gorges Dam, is the water, quality is bigger, higher. I think it's very big risk. Maybe at Burkina is the Three Gorges Dam. It's 100 million people. It get a very big risk. Also now I think nearly 20 million people is lose the home, lose the asset. It's no food. But the CCP cover the truth. Don't want you know. That's by American tycoon technique company help CCP build a firewall. They very successful use cover the truth. Also another way, sir, I want you to know, American not only is the cold war, America in the hard war. Warfare. You are never outside. You are inside, inside. Another side, sir, I want you to know, if it is the fault, is it happening in China? China go to the second disaster. Is the human immigration is make the world go to max. Another side, nuclear, the factory there have 3 areas. It's a big pollution. It's all the world have big trouble. Another side is very important. Even Xi Jinping and Wang Qishan, CCP, central government, they don't care. It's Three Gorges Dam, it's broken, how many people die. They don't care. They now only to go take down Trump. President don't win. Secondly, is the one to take down America, make the coronavirus go to everywhere.
Hold on, hang on for a second. If the Three Gorges Dam was to go, or just even the flooding gets in and they let it out, you could have 30, 40, 50 million. If the Three Gorges Dam collapsed, people are talking about 100 million people die. Are you sitting there and saying the CCP doesn't care about that? The Beijing, if they lost 100 million Chinese citizens, they wouldn't care.
That's why we need a new federal state. The CCP never think Chinese properties in the life is important. Same with Chairman Mao talked to Nixon president. So even we are war, we are 600 million Chinese population. We lose 300 million. We don't care. Next 3-4 years, we can make more than 300 million population. That's just CCP, all the real color, true colors. So Central Communist Party, they don't care 3 Gorges Dam, how many people die. They think maybe you die 300 million, 200 million, for me much better. So you look at CCTV, last week, see, all the natural disaster can help the country more bigger power, more stronger. They are always a propaganda. Is cheated the Chinese, the small person. So, sir, you are so kind think about the Chinese, the life, and the Three Gorges Dam is danger to kill people. They don't care.
If the Three Gorges Dam was to collapse, how many other dams in China along the Yangtze River do you think would collapse and cause a calamity that would blow through the world economy as bad as this pandemic?
No, nearly 100 million people maybe die. Maybe, it's the 200, 300 million people, no food. All the China maybe is get, as a starving this is the trouble. But CCP still stronger. If Americans don't stop dollar, Wall Street don't stop investment, how about CCP? CCP is still stronger there. China still have 1 billion people there.
You're saying if you don't stop, if you don't cut them off from the dollar, you don't cut them off from finance, if you don't sanction these banks, you don't sanction the individuals, you're never going to destroy the CCP.
Yeah, American with the CCP don't decouple, CCP, even if 300 people die, 3 guards is broken, CCP is still the stronger there. Also can make more the virus go to America.